Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call an official rain delay. It is absolutely pouring out here. Absolutely pouring. I don't know if you could see it from here, but we are at the Aulani Disney Resort. I actually started down at the very tip of the resort at the marina, and I am absolutely soaked. Absolutely soaked. My clothes are completely sopping wet. But normally a little rain doesn't bother me, but man, I am absolutely soaked. My all the way through my shorts, my shoes are soaked. I walked, it's probably about a mile and a quarter or so in this rain right here, and there's no blocking the rain. And I was trying to see if there's a way to block the rain from hitting the lens, and there's not. It just comes straight into the lens. So let's try and make the most of this. Let's at least get some greetings out of the way. Hello, aloha. Hopefully we're going to be able to do a little bit for you. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do. Robert, good to see you. Linda, Mayreen, LC, Christian, Kathy, Janet, great to see you. I wish you were here with the umbrella. I was even going to walk out there and show you how rainy it is, but the rain is just coming straight in this way. And I know it's going to get the lens wet. I'm just going to have to wipe it. And I hate doing that. So, and this place is so crowded inside here because all the people that were out there are now in here. I was going to walk over to the Four Seasons, but it's torrential. Aloha, Sandy, Sue, and Jenny. Michael, great to see you. Jill, always great to see you. Well, at least you can see this is what the outside of the resort looks like. There's our lazy river over there. There's one of their several water slides over there. Here's a cool wishing pond here. There's some Disney characters down there keeping the kids preoccupied, but there's still a bunch of kids out there in the pool. Kathy, great to see you. Yeah, Janine, I won't do that. We'll be all right. It's waterproof. I guess I am waterproof, but man, I'm not rainproof because rain is just wrecking everything. It's just blowing. I have took a bunch of photos over there down by the marina, and I was literally the only person out there, even off the boats. There's nobody on the boats, nobody in the water sports. So I started walking. I thought, how bad could it be? This is how bad it can be. I'm literally soaked all the way through. There's a couple of redeeming factors. One is that there's several really good bars down here and down by the pool. They're just crowded, full of people. And as luck would have it, there is a Monkeypod right across the street over here, not too far up the road. So I thought we'd be able to do, make something of it. Somebody just asked something here. Yes, during May it does rain quite a bit. Aloha, Linda, great to see you. Yeah, Nemo's out. He's out and about. Well, it was torrential rain. Coming from Waikiki to here. And I thought it was going to let up a little bit, but boy, it sure didn't. I need to go over here. I'm going to check a couple of things. We can at least take a look around. Here's the lobby of the place. Here's their beautiful entryway here. Hello, Mayri. Ross, it's just wet, man. I told you I wouldn't let the rain ruin it, but this is different kind of rain. This is torrential rain. It's sideways rain, man. Check out I had all kinds of papers in my pocket, and they're just completely soaked all the way through. And I really can't even walk down that way because I don't want to walk that way, and because there's people all over the place. It's crowded in here because everybody who is outside is now inside. So hang on one second. Let me check something. We're actually at the Aulani Resort, but we were trying to start at the marina. That's where I actually started about 45 minutes ago. Hang on. Yeah, I have a backpack, a small backpack, and a battery pack, and all. They just soak from top to bottom, man. Beautiful sunny day where you are. Well, we can at least look at a little bit here. I mean, if we haven't done a live stream. I did a regular stream. Yeah, I did a live stream here about a year ago. This is their lobby area. I know it's going to be loud. Just a lot of people in here. It just kind of wraps around. It's kind of a horseshoe type shaped resort, all out there. Look at that. You can kind of see now. See how much it's raining there? Here's the here's one of their like main shops, or like logoed shops right here, and they have the see the cool rain. Isn't that wonderful? So disappointing, but it's beautiful out there. You know, beautiful property, and just soaking wet. Here's their. Actually, last time we did do this live stream, a couple of you people were really interested in these logoed items. So let me show you. Hey there. I'll at least show you this. They have all the Disney stuff.
They gave you some free.
You're going to be here on Oahu or in Aulani? Aulani. Y'all let people decide if they want to cut it short, Linda, on their own. If they don't want to be here, they can log off. If we get down to too few numbers. You know, I made it already all the way out here. I don't want to. Might as well show you guys what I can. If you guys need to log off, I understand. And tomorrow's supposed to be nice, so we are definitely doing the swap meet tomorrow, unless something drastically changes with the weather. You are not wrong, Waikiki Wendy. If the worst comes to worst, I'll just trek over there to Monkeypod and just make sure that they're up to snuff on their Mai Tais, huh? How's that sound? Oh, yeah. This is not my favorite resort, just because it is loaded with kids, as it should be. And as you would imagine, they just do it. I'll tell you, they do a really, really good job with the kids. What they do is they have, I mean, the minute it starts raining or something's really bad, they move everything in-house. They have like their, these hat pins. They do giveaways. They show collections. They bring all their characters, cartoon characters inside, you know, so they're taking pictures with all the kids. There's an app you can download, you know, so you can see where all the characters are on the property. But now they're all out in mass. They're all downstairs greeting all the kids and taking pictures and stuff. But man, that would drive me nuts. The minute it lets up, we'll walk over to the Four Seasons. It's just like right across the street down there. I don't mind getting rained on. I just don't want to get the lens wet, have to keep wiping it, and it get. Yeah, Mai Tai does sound good. You know, I didn't check the rates. I should have done that, but I did not check the rates. Look, they have complimentary vodka and fruit juice or fruit. Just trying to see. See, the rain was coming from that way. So if you're walking along the trees this way, the rain's going to be blocked a little bit, but not that much. I mean, look at that rain right there. It's not raining here because I'm under a cover, but look at that. That's just too much. They need an underground. There's Monkeypod right there. I mean, we can see it from here. And there's 100 of you. Just watching me stand here. Let me show you where Monkeypod is. Well, the best I could tell you is tune in for the, should be right straight through there. I used to, my former agency built the website for this place, the very first website for Ko Olina Resort, or actually the second website for Ko Olina Resort. When we built it, none of this was here. All this land was just flat. They built this mound up. As a matter of fact, the only hotel that was here was the Aulani, they called it, which is now the Four Seasons. And all this land, there's actually 4 communities out here. And this whole property takes up like 630 acres. So it's massive. Guy who's the GM, his name's Jeff Stone. He bought it years ago with some partners out of China, I believe it was. And this whole area here was just flat. And they had the marina and they had the Aulani Hotel. And then they built this hotel, and then they built 4 communities. There's 4 residential communities. There's 4 resorts. There's the beach club, the Marriott Beach Club, the villas, Aulani, and then the Four Seasons right there. And the Four Seasons actually is one of my favorite hotels ever, anywhere. A lot of it's because the memories, man, have a lot of really, really good memories that staying at that place. And there's Charlie's Taxi. You know, you guys were always asking about transfers from the airport to Waikiki, or from the Waikiki to the airport, or vice versa. Charlie's Taxi, that's one of the best solutions. I think it's $75 from here and $35 flat fee into Waikiki. Oh man, it is. I am drenched like you would not believe. What did it sound like, Lance, that I said? I didn't see what you wrote. Oh, really? Oh, wow. So you're staying, okay. Yeah, you're staying here for a long time. That's great. Who's that? Was that Rhonda? Rhonda, what's your name? Ah, nice. Okay. Aloha, Lucianne, and LC, and Tom. Yeah, I didn't see what you wrote, Lance. Let me check. Yeah, man. I mean, it kind of lightened up a little bit, looks like. We can at least go to we can't do the tours like we thought we were, because it's going to be rainy inside, or not rainy, but cloudy inside, crowded inside of the Four Seasons. Hello, Cassie. Let's do it. Let's just brave the rain. Let's see what happens, huh? I mean, the worst thing that happens is the lens gets a little wet and I have to wipe it off. That's my Vietnam, as most of you guys know. folks. How are we doing today? But if you're staying in Waikiki, this is really a great day trip to come out here. Go to the marina. You can do. I mean, I can tell you all about it out here, even though it's raining right now. But you go to the marina. They have scuba, deep sea fishing, snorkel. They have turtle tours, catamarans. The marina is really state of the art. There are two true resorts. They call them all resorts, but there's the two resorts are Four Seasons, Ko Olina. I'll keep calling it Aulani. I just do that out of habit. But the Ko Olina Four Seasons is right back behind me, and the Disney Aulani Resort right there. Those are true resorts where you could just come in and stay as a guest. You can do stays at the Marriott Beach Club and the Marriott Villas, but those are part of them are timeshare, part of vacation ownership, part of them are shorter term rentals. Then they have, and you can come and they have 4 lagoons. The number 1 lagoon is right here by the Four Seasons, and the Four Seasons and the Aulani, they share the lagoon number 1, and lagoon number 2, 3, 4. They're back behind us, and they're just spectacular during the day. When it's not raining, they're beautiful. There's a Monkeypod. There's also a Starbucks over there. Thank goodness. Hello. Yeah, it's no joke when it rains here. And then, so you could come out here, you could stay at the lagoons. They're all open to the public. You'll have a little bit of a difficulty renting a beach chair, lounge chair, an umbrella if there's, guests that need them. But there's plenty of places to sit around, and they're just beautiful, the lagoons. They're man-made lagoons. And if you come during the right time of day, there's sea turtles that will come in. Even though they have the barrier walls, kind of like what they have at Magic Island, you'll see some turtles inside the lagoons. Almost every time when I stayed out here, you get up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and you'll see turtles out in the lagoons in the shorter area or the more shallow areas. That's Monkeypod right there. Do you guys want to go inside the Four? Well, we're here. Might as well do it. Let's go inside the Four Seasons. Let me angle the camera this way a little bit. Nothing like a good lagoon. You're doggone right. Beautiful lagoon. I don't think there's even an A in the beautiful, right, Cassie? I think it's just 3 U's. Beautiful. I think that's how you spell it. Hello, Jacine or Yacine. Selfishly, I want to come in here because I know they have an excellent coffee bar. I'm going to let that water spot sit on there as long as I can before it drives me insane that it's on there. See if I made it better or worse. All right, guys, sorry about this. I mean, the stream's busted anyway, right? So I might as well keep the lens as clean as possible. Here it is. Beautiful, beautiful hotel. They have a 6-story, 18,000 square foot day spa out here. Boom. That's it. I've sent a few people out here to this spa. They seem to have enjoyed it. It's like world class, man. I'm telling you, it's something else. It's worse. What's worse? The lens is worse. It's going to stay worse until I get inside here. I don't want to chase those raindrops. Got that right in my mouth. Here's the koi ponds they have like here. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. How's the lens? The lens okay, or is it still? Oh, it's good. It's clean, right? It is on the beach. I'll show you here in just 1 second. This is God, I love this hotel. I've been here so many times. Beautiful layout. Look at the tile. This atrium. All the way to the top there. Nice. I think it's like 340 some rooms they have. But let me show you some of the parts that make this place so beautiful. Have these nice little seating areas, great sculptures we'll go look at over there. But this coffee area, this coffee, oh, they got it closed off. But I can show you at least. Check it out. See, there's the beach right there. That's the lagoon, but they have a really beautiful pool. It's picturesque. It's been in a lot of number of movies. There's a beach bar down there. We're going to go check that out. There's their seating area, big, massive TV. The seating areas out here as well. I'm trying to figure out whether I go down there to that beach bar down there and just break bread with you guys, or go to Monkeypod, or if the rain's going to stop. It looks like it's slowing down, but man, if it starts back up, that's going to be a bummer to start and stop. But look at how beautiful that lagoon is out there, huh? They have the break walls there. This is where the sea turtles will come in this lagoon here. They're usually over on that side. Let me show you this other area over here. Coffee, anyone? There's a, let's just go over here, I'll show you. This cool little, well, they're having actually they're having a private event down there, so we can't go down there, but there's a nice little meeting area, little bar area right down in that area. They have several restaurants here. They have, these are here, the Fish House, Lahiki rather, the Waterman, that's Italian. The rooms here are really, really nice. They have like 35 suites, I think, but the suites are sizable. Look at this beautiful sculpture. I would get a coffee, but I don't want to hold it right now. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the They used to have little, like little tiny leopard sharks in here years ago. Well, they have an umbrella right there. That would have come in handy. So these grounds have been remodeled a little bit. I know you guys could care less about what it used to look like. What does it look like now, right? All right, I'll focus on that. We'll go down there. I'll show you that pool because it's actually very cool looking. So they have a lot of these little side areas here. They have weddings. They have, this is the outside seating for the restaurant. for one of the restaurants rather. But this all this pool area down here, it used to be kind of white, you know, white looking. If you look at some of the old pictures, they had like little sharks. I think they were leopard sharks, because they could get in there and move them around a little bit without fear of them biting them. No, that's the one that's Italian.
I know, right?
Well, you'd think this restaurant would be just jam packed. Look at this pool, isn't it beautiful? It's like a negative edge pool, but in a circle. Can you tell? See it? Yeah, that's Mina's fish house. Michael Mina. Let's go over here. We've already busted the stream, so if the lens gets wet, I'll just wipe it off. It doesn't matter now. See, look at that. Isn't that nice? Look down here. And just like that, stopped raining. Nope. That's wrong. It's raining a little bit. They have like 4 or 5 pools here. One of them is this pool back behind me is kind of a family pool, but this is a adults only pool, and I think they have a private one over here, and then they have private cabanas over there. I don't think that they do spa services, but boy, they should. And they should do that and charge a fortune like they do in Mexico. Yeah, I'll make the most of this for you guys, and at least show you the beautiful lagoon they have here. Lagoon. Now that's a lagoon, Cassie Vegas. Ain't got no crawdads in it, but that's a lagoon. And here's the whole of the property right here. This is the Four Seasons Ko Olina Resort, preferably referred to as Aulani. Used to be the JW Marriott Aulani for years and years. That's the Aulani Disney Resort right there. We'll go right down here. Wow, those steps are slick. Boy, that top one, did you see that? Did that come across a little bit? The little shuffle, the little foot shuffle of mine. They need to do something about that. Someone could slip. This is numero uno. Yeah, we did rates the last time I did a live stream out here, but to be honest, I didn't even check. Somebody could check. That'd be interesting to find out. How much does it cost at the Four Seasons, Ko Olina, for November 28th to December 5th? That would be a great comparison. I can't do it. Living on a prayer. Basic rate is $7.93. Well, I'm really, guys, I know I hear this, or I read this in the comments that are sent to us from cowards who won't put them on the live stream. I'd rather you guys, if you're going to make negative comments, put them on the comments here. Let's talk about it. Don't be a coward and send them to Terry. Send them to us. Let's talk about it. But anyway, they say I flex too much. They say, oh, you're too braggadocious. Actually, they misspelled that word too. You're too braggadocious. You too brag. I don't know why they just didn't say brag. But I'm not trying to brag, but I'm telling you, when we work for this property, they let us stay here for free, and they would tell us, if you want to stay in the same room, you could stay like in one of these. But if you want to float, meaning they'll have an opening and they want to put us in a nicer room, we'll stay one night here, one night over here, and one night in these really nice ones. So we've stayed over here in this really nice. Those are top notch. These are nice here. They're not as big, but all you can kind of see the balconies. Those are all pretty much the same. They're a little bit bigger up at top and bigger that way, but these are really nice. Tell us what you're paying, Tina. Free Aussie English. I appreciate that. That's great. Back in the day, this was not developed at all. None of this was developed. So we would go out here early in the morning, and right along over there where you could see that break wall. Maybe you saw my stupid hand was in the way, but you'll see the waves break over here. And this turtles will come in this way, and they just kind of, you just see them pop their heads up. But how beautiful is this? Let me give you a full pan of this property here. This is Lagoon number 1. Hello, Cat Roy. Glad you could come. Hello, Lucianne and Alan. Look at that ferret. Did you see that ferret right there? Watch, he's going to come out on the other side. Big ferret right straight through there. Too bad Lucille's not here. She would do nothing. Watching this bush right here. Or a mongoose, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it went over on the other side. Hey, dude, what's up? He knows he's covered up or protected in there. What's going on, man? This walkway here ends up nowhere, really. But there's a nice place to stand over here and look back at the resorts. I'm just killing time right now just in case it starts raining again. But, you know, we can go back and walk through Aulani. I mean, it's a busted stream, like I said. So I want to just show you what how these lagoons look. They're just beautiful out in this area. Let's go this way. This walkway here ends in a dead end over here, but I want to show you where Paradise Cove is. And this is where we were going to do. We're going to come back out here and do this stream again, but see that mountain right there? If you follow this coastline, well, it's much closer than that mountain over there. It's literally about right straight through there is Paradise Cove. But just before Paradise Cove is here, the luau, but right before there's Paradise Cove Beach. That's where I wanted to show you for the sunset, because the sunset will happen about right there. Oh, look at that. That's a, what is that, Lance? Or no, Michael, what is that? That's a, that jet that, oh, what's it called? The jet that can hover. Check that bad boy out, huh? Isn't that what it is? Because it's not moving very fast at all. No, it's not. It's not one of those. But man, is it going slow. Check it out. No, I think no, it's not an osprey. It's a, gosh, I can't think of the name of it. It's not an osprey though. Harrier. There you go. Look at you, man. Look at you guys. That's not a Harrier though, but that's a big, because I was wrong about that. Man, that is a big old jet. So, guys, we're just going to, this stream, we're just going to go wherever we want to go. We have no plans now. Now that's kind of busted. But frankly, these are the streams that seem to do the best. So it's the ones you guys like the best. Let me get something straight here for a second. It's a C-17. Is that what it was? It's a big old jet. That's what it was. So right straight through there, you can see kind of the white. Right on the other side of that is Paradise Cove Beach. That is a Paradise Cove, yeah, Paradise Cove Beach, but it's actually a cove. It is beautiful over there. The sunset's like right in here. It's magical, man. It is just Yeah, we're just going to wing it. I'm not going to be welcomed in many of the places, many of the resorts. I think, well, I don't know, maybe because everybody's going to be soaked, but I'm just drenched. Some guys came in here. I wasn't here when it happened. They had to rescue two turtles, but there's video of it are pictures that we put up on their website. They just got stranded, and big turtles too. They had to come out with like 4 guys to pick it up. One of them they had to pick up. The other 2, or the other one, was not as heavy. But yeah, man, all these little hidden spots, man. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Isn't this just nice to? It's different than just going into Waikiki all the time. You go in the water, Alan. How is the video and the audio? Video should be straight. I mean, that lens is cleaned up, but man, I was watching the live stream back last night, and man, the quality was not great at all. I think the live was okay, but the restream was not that quality was not there. And by the way, just for you, those of you who were on the stream last night, I did reach out to our contact at Star of Honolulu and asked them about did they get a distress call or anything like that? Because if you guys recall, Star of Honolulu was coming out, and it should have gone way past. By the time we were watching it, it stopped and just was barely going. And it should have been way over by Diamond Head. And she said that they did not get a distress call, but the water was so rough that they just decided not to go all the way over to Diamond Head, which actually supports what we were saying, that is way too rough for anybody to be going out and surfing. And that girl was paddling out there. So nothing's confirmed, guys. I think the worst happened, I'll be honest with you. Well, no, it's good there wasn't a distress call, but that doesn't mean she didn't get lost out there. Discount code for Rockahula is GTH10. I'll mention that again here in just a moment. I was going to have it going on a ticker across the top, but I started watching that ticker on the stream last night, and it was driving me crazy. I hated it. Hello, Shasta. No, it wasn't you out there, I don't think. So the discount code from today till August 31st is GTH10, and that gives you 10% off the Rockahula show or the Rockahula Luau. And then there is a other code. Janet, maybe you know, I don't know. It's LCC, I believe. Let me find out if Janet knows what it is before I start saying it wrong. All right, here comes that sun, huh? Hola, Shasta, we're on still for tomorrow, man, unless weather report changes. How beautiful is this, huh? Yeah, that ticker was annoying. I don't see it. I don't see it on my view. There you go. Check out Janet. Janet, the rock star, man. So that code LCC50 gets you 50% off the regular show. So if you want to go just see the show, the Rockahula show, you get 50% off using that code for you guys for now till August 31st. I think that's a heck of a deal. And the GTH10, that's good for 10% off all the show and the luau. Yeah, there's actually a lot of fish in here, and if you go you're not supposed, they want you to stay out those rocks, but you can actually, jump off here and go. And there's so much, I mean, I am definitely not recommending it, but there's so much force coming in, and you saw the waves. It'll be just like this for 10, 15 minutes, and you get a couple of waves that will wreck your world. But it's a beautiful property, huh? I doubt we'll see any type of fish of any kind, because when it rains, they typically go away. Or they're just not as visible from the shoreline, it seems. Yeah, there are some dead spots as far as, so it's the code is GTH10 for 10% off the luau and the show tickets. And then it's LCC50 for 50% off the just the Rockahula show tickets. That's till August 31st. That's a really, really good deal. Yeah, while I was walking over here, there were people, not a load of people, but there were probably 20, 30 people in each lagoon just hanging out. Yeah, they have right straight through there. You kind of see where those people are right there at Aulani. Right on the other side is it's a big fish tank, and it has some nice fish in there, tropical fish that kids can get in there and swim around in and enjoy themselves. So there's a glass wall. You can go up in this little cave area and look inside and watch the kids. So you can take pictures of your kids swimming with the fish. Thanks, Janet. There you go. Look at Janet's. Oh, there's that ferret. Did you guys? No, you didn't see him because I pointed the other way. It's right there. There he is. See him? Hi, baby. What's going on? I have no food. Do you guys see him right there? I have no food. I wish I did. If my dog was here, you'd be in no trouble at all. Hello, Lisa. They're ferrets, weasels, mongoose. I really don't know the difference, to be quite honest with you. He's just staring. Mongoose, is that what they are? All right. So guys, we kind of started from the back, going backwards. We were supposed to start, you see that resort right there? We were about half a mile on the other side of that, or I was on the other side of that this morning or earlier. And I really don't want to do I honestly don't want to do an in-depth review and tour for you guys right now, simply because, one, we started off horribly. Two, because I'm absolutely soaking wet. And three, I'd rather come out here when the weather's beautiful and perfect. Because as nice as it is right now, I would like for it to be a lot nicer day to do the complete tour with you guys. But we can certainly look at any of these properties you want to. We really can't. These properties down here, the Marriott Beach Club and the villas, like I said, those are somewhat private type resort communities. They sell units there. They have summer vacation ownership. I believe summer timeshare. Don't hold me that, but I know they are vacation ownership. Some of them are, and they're for rentals, and they're more for longer term stays. I mean, I know you could stay there for a day or two if you wanted to, but most people stay longer. And they're a lot more like condos. So they actually have viewing rooms or preview lounges, so you could go inside and see what the condos look like. And they're actually more appointed like condos as opposed to hotel rooms. Rodents in there. Yeah. There were a couple on the way when I was walking over here. They're just drenched. They're wet because they're only about that big around. They had just all their hair was completely soaked, but they were running across the road. Oh, worse than security ducks, Michelle. They have security guards. Actually, security ducks are worse than security guards. Security guards won't bite. They'll just, yeah, they have, and you can't just walk on the property and look at them anymore. You have to, they have a guard shack and you have to have, clearance. So if you guys want to, you want to walk through let's walk through Aulani. It's still going to be soaking wet and rainy, but you get to see them. Did you stop the rain? Did you stop the rain?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So here are the guys. I'm going to just blast past a lot of things here that I would normally tell you about. But if you have any questions, ask me. I'll answer it if I can. This is lagoon number 1. There's 2, 3, and 4. 4's further down there right by the marina. I wanted to show you the marina and then walk this way because that marina is just beautiful. I mean, as far as marinas go, but that's a great place to start. But what you could do is you could take this walkway right here that I was just on. We were just on right here, walk through. This walkway zigs and zags all the way down past the furthest resort community and to the marina. And these are obviously the chairs I was telling you about. Since these are public beaches, anybody could come and enjoy the lagoon, but and they have ample parking over there. But you're not able to use these beach chairs unless you are a guest. I just read that on the sign. Yeah. And see this chapel right here? I'm doing this more for my memory. But you see that chapel? It used to be called Watanabe or Watanabe. Anyway, chapel right there. They averaged 8 weddings a day throughout the year. Think about that. 8. Ocho. Esposo y esposa. Right there. 8. Think about that. Think about setting up and tearing down 8 weddings. That's what they averaged when we were out here. Right there. And it's beautiful. When we were here, none of this was here. This was all dirt. All this was dirt. And you just went up to the chapel there, and it was like, it's just beautiful because you look out this way, and when the sun is setting, it sets right over there, and you can see that through that glass window. Just beautiful. I know none of you care about that, but I just thought that was so cool. I remember looking at that when they told us. They said, "Yeah, there's 8 weddings," and we da. I go, 8 in a week? 8 a week? I mean, just think about that. 8 in a week would be crazy, but they averaged 8 a day. Some of these pools, I'm not going to go like right up on them because there's kids there, but I just want to point some. If you guys haven't been here before, if you have been here before, see the little, they make like sea anemone type sculptures. See like life under the sea. See there's like some sea urchins and stuff like that. Isn't that cool? They make it really cool for the kids. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that stair. These stairs were okay right here. They're no big deal. I usually am not that. I'm pretty sure a foot from time to time, but you guys wouldn't think that with the number of times I've fallen.
Wow, Angela, that's horrifying.
What you guys don't see is the near misses. So here is the Here's one of their bar restaurants right there. That's the other bar restaurant right there. Kind of a little walk-up beach right here. Isn't that cool? And I'll show you that little lagoon area I was talking to you about. Or not lagoon, that little swim pool. They're really cool pools. Kids just lose their minds here. And they have a lazy river type of a thing here. We can get on inner tubes and it takes you around a little zigzag. Here's that. See, these are the type of fish they could swim with. Isn't that cool? John, you said you tried it. It didn't work. See that bluefin fish right there? Because I think that's the amberjack. Not the amberjack. I think it's the. So much to find out. If one of you guys could find out what kind of fish that is, I'll find out. But it's a fish with the blue fin right there. That's the fish that's out there by the concrete pier so much. Oh, it'll tell you right here. Right there, orange spine unicorn fish.
I think it would be cool.
And I was right about that other one. It's a bigger fish. So, John, you went to Rockahula, and you went to the website, and you tried to use the. It didn't work, huh? Yeah, I can't. This is the Aulani resort, the Disney resort out at Ko Olina. This is the lazy river thing I was telling you about. We don't need to go back in the resort, do we? I mean, we looked at it already. Here's the pool. It's not the kids' pool, but it's like the start of the lazy river. I think you get in right here. You get out. You can get out right there. That's what it is. And this little river goes all the way around the resort. And that's their, can't think what they call that. It's obviously a water slide, but I don't know what they call it, but that's a water jungle. What's it called? Something jungle. Yeah, we started the stream inside the resort. We don't need to go in it. When we come back and do a full tour of it, do it the right way when it's not raining and stuff, we'll do that. But here, check this out. This is what those kids have clacked. See, you can go in. See right there, they have a snorkel and a buoyancy compensator. It's out of Ko Olina, Hannah. It's Ko Olina is it's 17 miles from the airport, about 25 from Waikiki. It takes about an hour from Waikiki to come out here. We can go over there and check out the opening of the restaurant over that restaurant area. As we're walking, we're going to walk that way anyway. It's good if you have a rental car, but you can take an Uber. Charlie's Taxi comes out here, but it's expensive unless you're coming directly from the airport for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Here's the Here's the adult section of the resort, right straight through here. I don't know the name of that restaurant right there, but let's go this way. We'll take a quick pan of the resort so you can take a look at it from here. Yes. Yeah, the bus comes out here. I think there are probably like maybe 2 or 3 transfers. Not many transfers. I haven't taken the bus out here, but yeah, the bus comes out here. So get a monthly bus pass when you're here. I wish the Waikiki trolley came out here. That would be great. But there's just too much dead space between here and Waikiki for them to do that. Cool little fire pit when the fire's going and the weather's not. Yeah, they definitely are coming out. That's if if you're coming here for Olin, I'm talking. Sorry about that. If you're coming from the if you're a guest, paid guest, they'll come and pick you up. Yeah, the resort will. Otherwise, you have to take like a rental car, or bus, or Uber. Oh, Disney Stories, Alan, is that right? This is out at Ko Olina. It's Ko Olina Resort, and Ko Olina Resort has the marina, 4 hotels, 4 different residential communities, 4 lagoons. There's one of them. That's the Four Seasons. That's a new chapel. That's the previous chapel. We'll just walk down here to this end and we'll look back on these resorts. We won't walk all the way down to the other resorts. It's really uneventful. Well, not uneventful. It's just more the same, and we can't get into the resorts anyway. But this is a beautiful shot looking back from over here, which I'll show you. A couple of things they have out here that are really pretty remarkable is the upkeep on this resort, meaning it's the resort community, and the hotels themselves is really remarkable, but the upkeep, like this, for example, there's no graffiti, there's no vandalism. That's a pure water. You can fill up your water bottle. The restaurants are really, really nice, clean. I wish every place was like that. People have a little bit of respect for the facilities. So tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Hawaii time, the Shasta and I are going to hit the park or the swap meet at Aloha Stadium. So make sure you're there for that. And you do know that I do appreciate all of you tuning in. And the one thing you can do, instead of sending stars, or on YouTube they have super chats and things like that, the one thing you can do is, I want to show you just this coastline real quick, because I can show you right from here, and you can see down the two lagoons. That's pretty nice visually. If you could, if you're watching on Facebook, just go to YouTube if you would. Watch the video there a little bit. Like and comment on this video or any of the other videos. That would mean the world to us. That really helps us grow the channel. And percentage wise, the growth and viewership, viewing time, and comments are ridiculously high, and that's only because of you guys doing that, and I really do appreciate it. That type of activity and engagement means way more to me than money or stars or anything you guys could do. So I really do appreciate that if you take the time to do it. Yeah, I know. If you just go to YouTube though for a minute, just watch or like it, comment, that makes a big difference. So there are the two other lagoons. This is the lagoon number 2, 3, and 4. Right around that last point is number 4. Linda, hey, thank you for doing that. Kathy, thank you for doing that. Kathy, I've seen a bunch of your comments. Very much appreciated. These are the two other, that's the Waikiki, or the Marriott Beach Club and Marriott Villas. No, we're not doing a sunrise stream before. That's next week. And that's going to be from a super secret location. Not really super secret. You probably know what it is. Big old wave, huh? A lot of open space in between each of these, not here, not between Four Seasons and Aulani, but right here is a space for a property, and right in between this building and the other side over there is a space for another resort. I'm not sure if they'll do it, but they were suspect about whether or not it would be beneficial to have more than 1 or 2 hotels out here, and it looks like they are doing quite well, because the communities are full, the resorts are full, the occupancy, as I understand it, are, pretty high. You guys seen this picture before? Thanks, John. I appreciate that. As far as bringing your kids out here, Lori, you can stay in Waikiki, bring them out here for the day, and just have them enjoy the Disney while they're here. For the day. They can. I don't think. They say there's several signs as you go in. It's only for registered guests. And I think they're able to tell if you're a guest, if you go up and actually engage with some of the characters. But I don't know. I mean, other than that, they would. I think they could. They can definitely enjoy the lagoons. I don't think they could go into the pool areas and things like that. I think that is restricted. Or you could just come out here and stay the night if you like, or stay a couple nights. Um, Doug, you are a little isolated. Not so much now as you used to be, because used to be back in the day when they started. This was the only game in town. I's up there. Eva is right over there. But you had to leave this property. But now, across the way over here is Monkeypod. There's a Starbucks. There's an ice cream shop. There's restaurants over there. And then, of course, all the resorts have restaurants, bars. Isn't that beautiful? The mountains behind it with the clouds coming over the top. There are security guards here. Or they try to keep you from walking where I'm right now. There's a couple of people up here. But if they're security guards, they're not saying anything. I mean, I'm just kind of walking around here. There's people out here on the rocks to the right of me. They're just taking photos and stuff. Or they're taking graduation photos. Today's a big graduation day for a lot of people. It's cool when there's congratulations, man. When the surf is up, like King's Tide. And this gets washed in here. Sometimes there'll be fish caught up in here. It's kind of cool. What'd you say, Shirley? Can't believe how much territory you cover and not lose your breath. Not many chickens out here. Not like on Kauai. Like if you go to the Kauai, like the guy who owns this, Jeff Stone, he owns Princeville also. So Princeville and Kauai, if you go around there are more chickens out there than you could shake a chicken stick at. You've seen this photo about right in here, like right, right, wait, right. Kind of like right there. You've seen that? Yes, it's free. Just go to youtube.com/going to Hawaii. It's the one with 570 some odd subscribers. It should be 5,700,000, but it's not. You know, the secret to not having to breathe so hard is to do this every day. Do miles every day, every day, every day, every day. Which, by the way, how many of you, or did any of you try that apple cider vinegar drink and garlic drink that I told you about? Any of you brave enough to jump on that bad boy? That almost brings you out of the doghouse, Margaret. You've done it? No, I took an Uber here because of what I'm doing after. Do you, Margaret, or are you lying? There you go, Gerard. That's my man. It's actually if it bleeds, rots, or dies. And just get out and walk. If you can't walk fast, walk slow. If you can't walk slow, walk heel to toe. If you can't walk 10 miles, walk 5. You can't walk 5, walk 1. Can't walk 1, walk a block. But do it. Don't start off like we said the other day. Don't start off trying to do 10 miles a day and get discouraged and get sore and not want to do it again. Go out and walk 2 blocks and feel happy about it. And if it's really easy, walk 2 blocks fast. If it's really easy, walk two blocks or 4 blocks fast, and 6 blocks fast, and 8 blocks fast. If you just give yourself 2 weeks, look at that. They're doing a wedding right now. Wouldn't that be funny if we just saw like 8 or 10 of those people just come shooting out of there? Here's what you do. Here's a good trick to play on yourself. The next time you come home and you want to sit down and whatever it is you're going to do on the couch, whether it's you're going to drink some Pepsi or eat a bag of chips or watch a movie, before your booty hits that couch, tell yourself, I'm going to go for a walk. It doesn't matter what time of day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever. Before your booty hits the couch, jump up and walk around the block. Do it once, twice, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, however much you can do it, but do it comfortably. So when you're done, you're not tired, you're not sweating, you're not exasperated, you're not regretting doing it. And then take off the next day. But a day after that, do the same thing. Before you hit the couch and sit for 4 hours and get sedentary, get up and walk. And just do it and do it and do it and do it. You will thank yourself for it. Yeah, walk, then have Pepsi, then chips and all that stuff. But do it for 2 weeks. Do it for 10 days. At the 10 days, if you don't feel great, then go back to, because you can always go back to doing it the way you were doing it. You can always go back. That's excellent, Margaret. You're starting to win me over. You too, Gerard. That's amazing. Any activity, just don't sit. Don't be sedentary. If you find yourself sitting more than 3 hours, man, you got to do something. You're just ripping time off your life. People were asking about that garlic drink, or that garlic and vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Man, it's not meant to be. It's almost a byproduct that it's weight loss is part of what happens. But man, it turns your metabolic system into a furnace. It burns up calories and helps with blood pressure and cholesterol. Just kills that cholesterol, the bad cholesterol anyway. Not that I know of, Gerard, but I'm not sure if there's enough apple in there that makes it pure. Try it. Try the because maybe the cider or the vinegar part of the apple will, or the vinegar part of the drink fluid maybe takes that out. I don't know. I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm just telling you what I do. I put apple cider vinegar, olive oil, big old clump of garlic, cinnamon, and honey just for taste, and big old thing of cayenne pepper about the size of a $50, between $25 and $50, and that'll set you right, man. Do it twice a day, maybe one, just try it once a day. Tablespoon, actually, honestly, I do a tablespoon and a half, but you shouldn't. Just do a tablespoon and do it once a day for, a couple weeks until you get acclimated to it. Then do it before you go to bed, about an hour before you go to bed, and man, you'll start seeing weight loss results. And to me, cardiovascular, but it's only because it's opening up capillaries. It's helping out with digestion, all that type of stuff. So you just and it's a combination of other things. But man, I don't get tired. I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to be braggadocious and yes, I can't spell it, but I'm not trying to be bragging or flexing or anything like that. But you guys see about an eighth of the hiking and walking that I do. I just don't get tired. I get a little sore. I get a little tired at night, but I can do 8 or 10 miles and not skip a beat. And it's not just because of that, it's other stuff. I do NMN, I do a lot of supplements, but I'm not sore, I'm not aching. Yes, it has mother in it. All of them, the good ones do. That's what I'm talking about. That's the only one to get, really, the one with mother, choline, to be honest. The olive, the virgin olive, and this is getting a little bit more in the weeds, but extra virgin olive oil, it's really better to get it from Italy or Europe rather than America, because it has a seed, it has the seed oil in it that's bad for you. Yep. No rain. None of those guys can. Brags, that's what I have. That's what I do, Margaret. Well, you're slowly but surely just clawing your way back, Margaret. Slowly but surely. Give it a shot. I put the whole recipe out there, but I'll just tell you again one time real quick, and then I won't bore you guys with it anymore. Tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a clump about that big of garlic, which is too much, but that's what I put in. I chop it up really fine, of garlic, about the same amount of cayenne pepper, a whole lemon, squeeze an entire lemon, not half, the entire lemon, a shot of honey, and that's it. And the honey is just to take away the bitterness of the vinegar. So it doesn't matter what kind of honey. I use super raw. It's called super raw honey. And the lemons, I use organic lemons if possible, but I squeeze an entire lemon. I do that because the citric and the acidic part of it really kind of balances out. But lemons like that is really, really good for your digestion, for arteries, cholesterol, all that stuff. And I'm telling you, when you take it in, it burns, obviously. So only do, like, if you think that it's going to make you gag or you're not going to like it, do a half a tablespoon, half. But I do a tablespoon and a half of each of those things, each of the liquids. And I'm telling you, at the end of it, you just feel like you can walk through walls. I do, anyway. I down it. You gotta don't chug it. I down that sucker. I just do it in one shot. Actually, it's 2 shots because it's about that much in a cup. My cup is about that big around. It's about that much. So it's 2 big gulps of it. But your metabolism is just on fire. I mean, it goes up to a 10 when you take that. And then what ends up happening is you're not hungry. It's like a dietary I don't want to say a replacement. That sounds so stupid, but you know what I mean. You're just not hungry, but it's turning up whatever metabolism you have. It just puts it on steroids. But then I also do NMN. I do mononucleotide, monocycloside, resveratrol, berberine, cinnamon, a lot of magnesium, D3K2. Lots of fish oil, 3 times the amount of fish oil you're supposed to take, because it doesn't bother you if you take too much of it. Yeah, that's kind of, Leanne, that's kind of what I meant, appetite suppressant, but that is what that's the byproduct of it. That's what it ends up doing. It makes you not as hungry. Tracy, it's 1 tablespoon. And again, I'd cut all this in half to start off with, because what ends up happening, and I've turned people onto this before, and they do the same dosage that I do, or even the 1 tablespoon, and they go, oh my God, that's the worst thing ever, and they don't do it ever again. It's going to be bad. You don't take it, you don't drink and say, oh my God, that's the most wonderful tasting stuff in the world. It's not. But if you see what the results are and it's not that bad, start off with half and then just go up to a full. But the full dosage is 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and get the apple cider vinegar with mother in it, it's called. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a big clump, about a little bit, almost the size of a $half size of chopped garlic, the same amount, probably a quarter size, like the coin quarter, a quarter size of cayenne pepper, honey, and then a full squeezed lemon. I may have missed the cayenne pepper before. Did I say cayenne pepper before? But the cayenne pepper is most important. So did you get that? That's for sure, Janine. Your gut biome is massively impactful on the way everything about your, well, not everything, but it's almost like it's so connected. Everything's so connected. And a lot of times when people isolate one thing over the other, like, oh, my knee hurts or my hip hurts. Well, they're just like we were talking about the other day. It's like an 80% chance that you'll die within 5 years of getting a hip replacement or knee replacement if you get that done over 65 years old, simply because you get sedentary. And it's not, you don't get a heart disease because of your hip, but you get it as a byproduct of not being active, and you get sedentary. So you continue the same dietary intake as you did when your hip was good, your knee was good, and you just get sedentary, so you gain a lot of weight. And the sedentary that you get by sitting down is very bad, because your arteries start clogging up, and then you get a heart attack, and Bob's your uncle. No, it's right here. Michael Mina's Fish House. Cinnamon's good. It does. Cinnamon does a lower, much lower activity than the cayenne pepper. Get your heart rate going, get your metabolism going. Okay, guys. So what would you guys like to see? We can go over to on the outside of the resort and look back. We can go walking through the resort, get a coffee, go over there, get a longboard at the bar, and just talk. But we've been doing that too much probably already. We can go to Monkeypod across the street, get a Mai Tai. Probably been talking too much already as well. Or we can end it. We've been doing it for an hour and a half. And I would say that we're going to stay out here for the sunset, but we're not going to, because I don't think it's going to be that great. It's right there. We can actually walk to Paradise Cove. You want to go watch the Paradise Cove beach? I mean, Paradise Cove Beach. There was a security guard out there when we came up. He may try and stop us, but we could get around him if we need to. Check for a Disney Hawaii t-shirt. They have them for sure over there, but that's in the opposite direction where we're going. I need to get a coffee. It's what I need. So while you guys are debating what we're going to do, I'm going to walk up and get a coffee, a $10 coffee in that pool. Who said this pool was basic? Did someone say that? I just heard that in my ear a little bit ago. Someone said this pool is basic. Shame on you. I'll be back out here before you are, Sandy. Then I can get you one of those T-shirts if you really want one. Man, many a day, many an hour at this bar right here watching all sorts of sports. And guys, I can tell you, watch. I don't want to show these people too much, but watch. These seats right here, looking out over there when the sun is setting, that glow comes this way. Tough to beat. This is a nice little kind of a, I think they have like, that's like meeting area. There used to be a bar like right over on that side. And this is going to fall on deaf ears with you guys, but I just have to tell you this. Do you remember when they shot the movie Blue Crush? This is a hotel that was featured in that movie, Blue Crush. And we happened to be here one of the weeks that they were filming, and they had this bar up here. There's a scene, of course, by that bar. But anyway, we were in there the night that some of the crew and most of not the cast, but the crew. The cast wasn't there, but the crew was in that bar. And we sat there for probably 5-6 hours telling film and video production stories and BSing each other and talking about gear and stuff. And that was one of the most memorable times because it was just getting dark. The sun was setting and you could sit up at that bar and just look out over there. And we were having all kinds of different drinks. I know that doesn't mean anything to anybody, but that's just such a great memory. I loved it. Dating myself, I didn't say I was of drinking age when I was there. I just said I was there drinking. Another chapel right through here. And this kind of winds around. Actually, you know what? Let's I'm gonna ask that girl. I'm gonna ask this girl something. Excuse me. Do you know if this goes around to Paradise Beach Cove? Do you know if this walkway goes around to Paradise Beach Cove? I know it's that there's a facility right there, but through the front and down that way? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Bye-bye. Thanks. See, Lance, that's how you speak to people. Nice, polite. You don't say, hey, I'm Kiwi. This is how we do it in New Zealand and yada, yada, yada. You just, you show a little respect and you're nice to them. They're nice to you. Yeah, I was with my parents. I bet you are, Lance. I bet you are. These steps right here, marble steps, are accidents waiting to happen, man. Look at how beautiful this place is, huh? Is it coming through to you guys? Do you really like this hotel lobby? I mean, look how nice it is up here. Look at that. So many nights spent in here. I say we get a coffee. Aren't you supposed to be working? How are you? Perfect. Word on the street is you have the best coffee in Hawaii. Well, wait a minute before you start celebrating there, homeboy. Let's try it out. I'll have the biggest coffee you have. How's that? Yes, actually I have, yeah, and I'll have, I guess no, I'll have one cream, one sugar, and it doesn't matter which kind of each. Yeah, thank you. How's your day? Wet. Can you see? Soaked.
Right over here.
Oh, all right.
It's gonna be on the screen first. You want a copy of your receipt?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Here you go. You're all set.
All right. So is this the best one you got, huh? All right. We'll see. I'll let you know. All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Look, Henry Capuna. There you go, Lance. Yeah, man, I wasn't even going to lay that raw sugar half and whatever on them. Plus, I have so much bad stuff in me, the good stuff won't bother it. Check these out. These suckers have been here forever. I wonder if it's the same ones that were here 15 years ago. What's up, fellas? What's for dinner?
Let me know when.
Oh yeah, man, they keep it up really nice. I need to do a little bit of an adjustment right here. How's the visual? Did we get any rain on the lens? Everything good, guys? All good? Perfect. See, sometimes the busted streams are not so bad, huh? God, I'm still just soaking wet. Boy, that is tasty coffee. I'm telling you, that is really good. I was teasing him. I hadn't heard a word about how good or bad their coffee was. But man, this is good. Yep, it stopped raining. If we would have started the stream about, but actually it's good. I'm glad we didn't start the stream down at the marina because it's not being able to go on the two other resorts would have been a little clunky. Just walking along the lagoons there, maybe not. The lagoons are pretty, but it's a long walk in between them. It's pretty uneventful. You know, we got a comment about me making fun of Cassie Vegas's accent too, about how I'm disrespectful. You guys remember that? And he's so disrespectful to his viewers who take time out of their day to watch him, and he makes fun of them from wherever they are or whatever their accents from. Good night, Gerard. I didn't see what Janet wrote. Let me check. I got to check whatever the Queen writes. When the godmother writes something, I've got to see. Did you hear anything about the lady surfer last night? Oh, yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I spoke via email with our contact at Star of Honolulu, and they just said that you remember when Star of Honolulu was out just in front of Magic Island, and I made a comment about how they should be way over by that time of day. I'm sorry, that time of night, they should be way over by Diamond Head. She said, yeah, they actually stopped going over that far because the water was so rough. So I think I hate to say it. I really do. I hate to say it. I think she drowned. I really do. I think she just went out there and because it just, I actually went on the map last night and I looked at how far she would have to go from where we just last saw her to get into shore, to just get past around that break. And there were almost no waves that would have taken her that far or that fast. I want to believe that she made it back. But I mean, if you just list out all the reasons that looked just like bad situation. There's just too many things pointing to the negative. But let's just hope that she made it. Yeah, people need to make a joke. And you know who thinks it's funny? Miss Cassie Vegas and Mr. Cassie Vegas. They think it's funny as hell. And I know Lance thinks it's funny when I say he's from Australia or New Zealand or he's a Kiwi or something like that. Everybody thinks it's funny except for him. Well, maybe not everybody, but the key people think it's funny. Trust me, when we start doing these panels, I'm getting in all my digs right now, guys. Let's be serious about it. When we start doing these panel discussions, when it's me actually having conversations, conversing with Lance, talking with Lance. Well, I mean, I'll be talking. He'll be, doing his Australian thing. But when we do that, that top is just soaked. It's going to be give and take, back and forth. That's the beauty of those panels, is that there's discussion, debates, people sharing their views. Some you'll agree with, some you won't. That's why I really want to get those panels going, because we will be able to invite. I mean, Margaret's not invited, but just about everybody else. There's probably 3 other people I would never invite. Marlee would be one of them. She's off limits for now. She's still in the doghouse. But everybody else, man, we're going to have, after we get the audio tweaked one more time and one more session, we're going to have, 3, 4, 5 people on at one time talking about all things Hawaii and diet and fitness. I'm just teasing, not diet and fitness. Yeah, there's a lot of past articles. I did the same thing, Janet. I looked on. Yeah, Canadians are funny. I mean, it's hilarious when you start talking to people about their ethnicities and things like that. It's just, not their ethnicities, their where they come from. And I have an accent too. I mean, you can kind of tell it. I really do my best. But boy, this is so slick. This sidewalk is. Do it, Lance. So Paradise Cove is closed here, but the Paradise Beach, they call it Paradise Cove Beach. And I'll bet you the security guard is going to jump on me if I go over this fence. But that's if he sees me. And he doesn't. Look away, guys. Look away. Look away, look away. Oh, it's not closed, no. Don't say that. This area will not be as beautiful as I promised, because it's not at sunset. But guys, I will tell you, at sunset, this is as beautiful as a spot as it can be. And I'll show you, if you've ever been to. So this is Paradise Cove Beach, right? That's Paradise Cove Luau. I don't want to go that way because that actually is trespassing property and private property. And I don't want to do that. But this little cove right here, the water's really choppy, and you see how it's kind of muddy right in there. But boy, I'm telling you, just imagine this view with almost crystal clear blue or greenish water. It's just magnificent. The sun sets about right over there. And what they do is they bring some of the guys over from here that do the fire dancing or whatever, and they come out here and they do like a little demonstration where they throw the nets out. And I actually have a couple shots of them throwing the net with the sun back behind them. It's just unbelievable. But isn't that beautiful? This is Paradise Beach, or Paradise Cove Beach. You see how the waves are kind of muddy? This is the worst time of the day to come after rain like this. It's just as bad as it's going to get. But that's Paradise Cove. If you've ever been to the luau, that's it. If you've never been to it, that's still it. Okay. They do have, when they say it's out at Paradise Cove, the baby seal or the monk seal, that's the beach they're talking about. And they just cut this beach off, for access. Man, I'm getting so tired walking through this sand. I'm just teasing. That was for that lady earlier who asked about walking and getting winded. Man. I'm not making fun. I'm just. I bet that guy says something if I walk over that way. I'm just going to walk with my back to him, like act as if, right? Act as if you're supposed to be here. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's hilarious, Cassie Vegas. Were you on about 10 minutes ago when we were talking about your accent? Or actually, Lance was talking about your accent, and I just commented on it. Da, 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 yeah, yeah. I prefer this luau. If you're going to take a luau that's outside of the city, which I would do, just because outside of Waikiki, which I would do, just because you want it to look different and have a different feel than being in Waikiki. Just for the luau alone, I would pick Paradise Cove. But if you want something that you're going to spend more like a day there and experience more culture and things like that, Polynesian Cultural Center is the way to go because you get to see exhibits and there's just a lot more to see there. But this, for luau alone, this is pretty good. And I would definitely either Uber, rent a car, something out here. I would not ride in a bus because if you take a bus from here into Waikiki, not only are you going to be riding on a bus with a bunch of strangers, which I know Cassie Vegas and Mr. Cassie Vegas likes, they stop at like 3 or 4 locations, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not ideal. Plus, when you're done with the luau, you can go into the Four Seasons and have a drink, sit by the pool, sit by the bar out there. If you're not banned like Lance probably is, then you can enjoy that. I'm cutting out. How about now? Okay, guys, we can either cut it out, cut the stream, walk down this road and see more of what we're looking at now. We can go to Monkeypod. You can see what the other location looks like. It doesn't have the same view, but it also has a nice bar there. We can go have a Mai Tai and talk about solving the world's problems, or we could go to the beach bar at Four Seasons. Where would you like to go? It's learned, Margaret, learned. Oh, the breath of life. Yeah, that's a beautiful show. Okay, we have actually, let's do this. 1, we'll go to Monkeypod. 2, we'll go to the Four Seasons Beach Bar. 1 for over there. 2 in there. Monkeypod, Monkeypod. That's okay. That's okay, Margaret. You're friends with Lance, or at least you're from his country, so. Wow, lots of ones. Earned a drink. One. Well, you guys are Monkeypod fans, huh? Where's Janet? Okay, let's go to the Four Seasons since Margaret said Monkeypod. Well, they both work for me, man. There is also a train, an active train that comes through here, and it still works. It's actually a cool little train. I see both. I see YouTube and Facebook here. I think I do. I just know there's a lot more Facebook people here, but I see there's a little icon on your name when you're on YouTube. Yeah, I see it. I'm hopeful that they don't see how wet I am. I'm almost wet. I've dried up and I'm almost just wet. There's a there's a Monkeypod here, but there's a number of places over there. See, there's some eggs and things right there. I didn't know about that. Mexican restaurant, Craft House is over there. That's a restaurant. Here's that little train. It's kind of a cool little. I was going to say it's a single track. Oh, it is single track. I was going to say just a single track train, but it is. I thought this was made it dual, but I guess it doesn't. The guy was not happy about me standing in the street there. But isn't that cool? Kind of a nice little area. If you work out here, you really don't even need to go into town because there's so many, restaurants, and that's one of the communities there. There's 4 communities here. I think that's, right down here, and then the golf course is there, and then the other 2 or 3 are over this way. Let me take this off here. Let me be Mr. Inconspicuous here if I can. Hi, can I just sit at the bar? Okay. Thanks. Did you see how she looked at me? That's how a lot of people look at me. Let me go down here so we can shoot back this way. The guy looked at me like I owed him money or something. Let me see. Yeah, I don't want to do it. Hang on a second. Let me do this. I want to try and sit out of the way a little bit. Hi there. Can I get in? Can I sit right there at that table? Oh, I can? All right, cool. All right, guys. Let me put you up here for just a moment. You're going to enjoy that beautiful fountain right there. I'll be right back. Actually, sorry about that. I'll be back in un momento. Gosh dang, man. Everything is soaked. My battery pack is soaked. I'll turn around. We'll face the other way. We've got this stupid backpack that just soaked. God dang. Don't they know who I am, Lance? I forgot that. We'll face the other way. When I come back over, we'll turn around. Just what the doctor ordered, huh? All right, guys. I know this is not what you planned for this afternoon, but we pivot, as my good friend the Jersey Chick says. So let me do this. Let me bring this here so I can change the audio out. Maybe not. How about that? That looks just like the Mai Tai at the other Monkeypod, right? Let's try this palm out. Wow, that is strong. So that foam is just the same here as it is the one in Waikiki. No, what I meant about seeing the comments. I see the comments on YouTube and I see the comments on Facebook and YouTube. You guys do not. Sorry, guys, I'm moving the camera out a little bit. I know because I got to take care of something here. Yeah, cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining and making making a bad live stream turn out to be a good one. Oh, that's what it is. My plug-in is wet here. There you are. Yeah, see, I can see Seal Pot. She's on YouTube. I see her. Everybody else seems to be, or most of the people seem to be on Facebook. All right, guys. Can't plug it in right now. So what are we going to talk about? What do you guys think of the Ko Olina Marina? Is this something like a place that you think you'd want to come to for like even like a day trip or something like that? Like go to some of the lagoons or the maybe just go out to the marina, go snorkeling, scuba diving out there. There's deep sea fishing, parasailing. They have all types of water sports out there. Yeah, it is, Lance. It is a highlight. Yeah, the walk along the pathways. It's nice. It's a great. Thanks for joining, Shirley. Appreciate it. It ended up being not such a bad stream after all, you know. Well, it was a bad stream because of the start out because of the rain. It actually ended up being pretty nice. Day trips out there, yeah. Yeah, it's just, you know, you have to, I think if you're out here with a, you know, with a couple, or if you're here with some friends, or maybe a group of people or something, maybe. When we were out here, we didn't have much of a choice. Sorry, guys, I have to dry something off here. Okay. When I was out here, there's nothing else out here. And we actually drove into Waikiki often, but it's not ideal if you want to be in Waikiki and you want to go to Waikiki proper. But it's great for if you're staying for 10 days, stay out here a few days, stay the rest in the Waikiki. To me, it's a lot like Turtle Bay, but Turtle Bay is even more isolated, in my opinion. Which 2 hours? Oh, the 2 hours on here. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Seriously, I know I say this at the greetings. I didn't say it at the beginning of this stream because I didn't think it was going to last that long. But I really do mean it. I know. Hopefully, you guys learned a little bit. You laughed a lot. I know you did because Lance was on here. And I really do appreciate every single minute you guys stay on here and you spend with me. I know it's a lot of time out of your day, but hopefully you get a little bit out of it that makes it worthwhile. And I don't say any of that just as a canned speech, but it just comes off my memory to say that. And I really do appreciate it. There's a lot of things you have coming up for you guys. I know we talk about that a lot, but coming up just not too in the distant future, we got some really cool things coming. We've got here's some things we got coming up. And we talked about this a little bit last night when there were like 35 people, just the OGs. But let me just mention this. We have our merchandise. We're going to have, there's that train. Is that train cool right there? See it in the background? Coming up, we have our logo selection. You guys are going to be able to vote on 6 logos. And then we're going to pare it down to 4, pare it down to 2, then pare it down to 1 logo. And here's what we're going to do on our logo. The Going to Hawaii logo, we're going to have a what's called a statement logo. Let's just say, for example, it's just a statement logo. The statement logo is going to be the logo on everything. And I think I know which way I want to go, but I want to at least give it to you guys to look at. But it's going to be a statement logo. But then we're going to have stylized logos. And the difference with that is this, is that we're going to have logos that are like vintage Going to Hawaii. So it's going to have vintage writing. Then we're going to have some that's going to be Spanish style logos. Then a minimal logo. Then something that's going to be spelled out in characters. You know, I mean, like not characters like letters, but characters like an iguana, a ferret, a weasel, a chicken, things like that. So it'll be like all kinds of different style logos. But we're going to have a standardized global logo. And I think I know what I want that to be. It's actually all caps, Going to Hawaii, but a capital G, or a large G, small letters, big T, small letter, and Hawaii, small, big H and small letters. You'll see it. So I'm going to give you those probably in the next 2 weeks to vote on. We're going to do a poll. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to send you, I know this is asking a lot of you guys, but at least you get some input on it. And the input is that we're going to pick out 2 styles of hat, 2 styles of male and female, our men's and women's t-shirt, men's and women's club shirt, and men's and women's tank tops. And you guys are going to pick from like 5 or 6 different styles, and the winners win. And then while we do it, we're going to do some fun things like whoever has voted on the logo, we're going to give them like some logoed items. Whoever votes on the t-shirts and things like that, we'll give them some very, very specialized. One of the things we're going to do is and I keep struggling with this, either the top 50 or top 25 gangster people are going to be OGs, and we're only going to make 100 of these shirts. We're going to make 100 tank tops, 100 hats, 100 club shirts. And see, like that guy has on right there, that club shirt, that's what I'm talking about, with the club polo shirt. And we're only going to give those to OGs. And once those are given out, I'm not going to keep any of them. I'm going to keep a couple for myself. But once we give those out to the 25 or 50 OGs, that's it. We're not going to make them ever again. So, and it's going to say on there, it's going to say Going to Hawaii OG. Or we may even actually say Original Gangster. So actually, let's do that. I haven't been able to see any comments until 10 seconds ago. So that Sandy's comment that says OG, that's the only one I've seen so far. That's the only one I've seen so far. So now, okay. So guys, I do this so I can actually know where I am in the audio. I'm doing this because when I scan through the audio, I can pick up this time really quick. Rather than look and see what time it is on the timeline, the snaps I can pick up. So that's all that is. I'm not snapping at any server or anything. Okay, so let's solve some problems now that we've got 80 of us here. Okay, sorry, I was talking with this guy right here. All right, so here we go. And the OG, I know the OGs who are on here, I know what they're going to vote for or whatever, but we are going to, and I know this is going to upset some people because there's going to be a number 26 no matter what we do, or a number 51. If we do 25, there's going to be the 26th person that's going to be upset. If we do 50, there's going to be a 51st person that's going to be upset. So let me ask you this. In your opinion, what should we cut off OGs at? Should we cut off OGs at, oh my goodness, look at this. Thank you. I'll keep that for a second. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just telling him, he said, how was it? I said, the foam isn't like it was for the one in Waikiki. And I told him we did a challenge, and I didn't even finish saying, he goes, okay. I know he misunderstood what I said, so he went and got me another one. So that's good. I wasn't complaining. I was just telling him the foam was a little bit less than it was in Waikiki. Gee, many. Okay, so in my estimation, the way I determine an OG is an original gangster. And if you remember, like, this is like, we had actually done a number of live streams a year and a half ago. But when I started consistently doing them, I was calling OGs a couple of the people, and I don't want to call their names out because they know who they are. But I called out some OGs and I said, you're an original gangster. And if you remember, right in the very beginning, that's when we started hearing from the Naughty 19, those ding-dongs who are just bitter people. And they said, what's an OG? And that's when I said it's an original gangster. And everybody, not everybody, let me back up. Let me pull that back. A lot of the people in that Naughty 19 were like, why are you calling them gangsters? That's not cool. It's disrespectful. But everybody else on the stream that were the OGs, they loved it. I'm talking about Sandy. I'm talking about Janet. I'm talking about Cassie. And this is before I'd even met Cassie. I loved Cassie, her banter back and forth, before I even knew how she spoke. And before I even knew how Mr. Cassie Vegas spoke. And before I even did the interview. So I was calling them OGs. This is before Cassie even told me she was coming to Oahu. So there are people that were demonstrating they are, in my estimation, they are OGs. And to me, an OG is someone who has not just been on a long time, but they engage. And I know I actually know of 3 or 4 people who have not really engaged that much, but I know they're on the streams. And they just lurk, which is fine. You don't have to comment. I don't need that. But the fact that some people do comment, that to me tells me they're an OG. And as unfair as it may seem, I'll be honest, I don't care if people think it's unfair, because there's going to be OGs, there's going to be legacy members, and then there's going to be everybody else. And we may pull out groups from those people, but the OGs, in my estimation, are the top 25 or top 50 people who have been engaging since the very, very, very beginning. And they're going to get free entrance and free entry into the Aloha Club. If we ever charge for the Aloha Club, they're going to get everything for free. The OGs are. They're going to get the OG t-shirts, tank tops, or hats that we do. And I plan on running either a 50 or 100. I think I'm going to run 100 of them just so I can have backups for you guys. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Do you guys think that? Even the people who aren't OGs that are on the stream, do you think that's fair to do, to have an OG? Mr. Cassie Vegas, my man. I think that Mr. Cassie Vegas is going to beat me up when he sees me next time. So I'm going to give him as much dirt as I possibly can between now and that day, just to make the beating worth it. Mr. Cassie Vegas has hands like a cinder block. So, and he works on an oil field out in the ocean.
What?
Yes. Okay, sure, good. See, Jacqueline, I love that. I love that attitude. Dorothy, that's a very good. I can tell you right now, Cat Roy is an OG. Cassie Vegas and Mr. Cassie Vegas are OGs. So I think that's cool. I think what it does, it builds a fraternity of people. And then the legacy people are going to be like the next maybe 100. But I'll be honest with you. Terry came up with having the legacy group but I don't even know what's going to differentiate the people from OGs to legacy to everybody else. I really don't. But she thinks she has a way to figure it out. That's right, Cassie. But there's people so you guys think it should be 50 or 25. Do that. Put in the comments. Do you think it should be the top 50 or the top 25? You're right, top 50. I knew everyone was going to say that. Oh, Shasta, that's a good look at Shasta coming in for that's a good analogy, Shasta. About 200,000. How many followers do we have? About 200,000. Active, less active is about 90,000 or so. Guys, hang on one second. I need to do something. I know it's going to be bad, but I need to do something because I need to plug in this charger and I need to move the camera a little bit. I apologize, but hang on one second, please. Janine, we're way ahead of you on that discount code for sure.
I really don't know. Sorry.
There's Nancy. Nancy's an OG for sure. Okay, so let's talk about this. So if you were going to buy one piece of GTH merch, what would it be? Would you buy a hat, a visor, a tank top, or a club shirt, or a regular T-shirt? What do you think is the hat, right? Cap, sweatshirt wasn't an option. T-shirt, but tell me if you want a sweatshirt. Tell me that. I mean, that wasn't an option. But tell me that. Regular shirt, tank, T-shirt, T-shirt. T-shirt, hoodie. Good Lord. Shirt, regular shirt. What do you mean by regular shirt, Colleen? What do you mean by a shirt, Lucianne? Mr. Cassie Vegas wants a hat. Mr. Cassie Vegas gets whatever he wants. Just tell him to say, give me this, and he gets what he wants. Visor, okay. Yeah, a club shirt. Club shirt is a polo shirt. That's what I'm calling it. So my apologies if you were unclear on that. Yeah, polo shirt is like what they're wearing over here at the bar. Oh, regular shirt.
1 hour. I'll go.
I know, Jacqueline. That's why we're asking. I want to find out what everybody wants. I want to find out what everybody wants. An aloha shirt. What's an aloha shirt? Okay, and now I know what you guys want. Yeah, the shirt wins. Actually, since there's a lot more people on tonight than there was last night, I'll ask this question because it was actually asked last night, and that was a lot of really good information, actually. Surprising information that you gave last night. So if you were given the option, of a free $500 voucher from wherever Hawaiian, Delta, or United flew, would you rather have that or an extra night stay at whatever hotel you're staying at? Which of those two would you rather have? So, for example, let's just talk this through, kind of what we said last night. This is the worst case scenario. Let's say you lived in Tulsa, for example. Hawaiian Airlines doesn't fly out of Tulsa, but you wanted to fly Hawaiian Airlines because the experience, the lay down seats, because it's very Hawaiian when you fly. You'd have to fly from Tulsa to Dallas and Dallas to Hawaii. So from Dallas to Hawaii, you can fly Hawaiian Airlines. Would you rather have, and same thing for Fort Lauderdale, same thing for New York City. If you live in New York City, Hawaiian flies out there. But if you live in upstate New York, Albany, you have to fly down to JFK or LaGuardia. So if you were given a choice of a $500 airline, I don't think it's a coupon. I think it's a $500, I think they call it a remittance, but let's just call it a $500 voucher. Would you rather do a $500 voucher for Hawaiian, Delta, or United, or one night stay extra in the hotel you're staying at? What would you rather do? Okay, I only saw from Janine Franklin down. So she says flying voucher, Hawaii from Sydney would be nice. Extra night. Airline voucher, extra night, voucher, airline voucher, airline voucher, airline voucher. Cash, you'd rather have the hotel. Extra night, extra night. Oh wow, it's starting, it's getting, oh, there you go. It's getting closer and closer. So extra night, voucher. I'm good. Thanks. Extra night, either extra night. You know something I did not figure into this, but someone mentioned last night is the fact that there are exchange rate issues. Canadian Australian with the US dollar, and I did not allow for that. And I don't know if it was Lance and someone else from New Zealand made a comment. Someone from Canada last night made a comment. Someone from Europe a couple weeks ago made a comment that the exchange rate makes a big, big difference. And I didn't think it was that big of a difference. Steve, yeah, Steve, that's right. So people from Melbourne have to fly to Sydney to get Hawaiian Airlines flight. But keep in mind, we're going to have deals with Hawaiian, Delta, and United. Those three for sure. So don't get caught up just on Hawaiian. I personally would rather fly Hawaiian. If I'm flying from the mainland or anywhere into Hawaii, I'd rather have Hawaiian just because of the Hawaiiana side of it. I just think it's just a, you just start that Hawaiian vacation early, in my opinion. Someone was saying that the exchange rate for Hawaiian to, the exchange rate from Canadian to US dollar, and it was just crazy. Or maybe it was New Zealand or Australian. Yeah, the exchange rate is crazy. Wow. So as it is right now, you guys would much rather have probably I would imagine it would be the flight, the airline flight. Okay, let me ask you this now. This is something, I mean, actually all this information you're giving is extremely valuable. Here's the issue. Let's say the extra night that we would be able to give you would be at only certain hotels. It's not as though we could say whatever hotel you're staying at on Oahu or Maui, we could give you an extra night. I guess we could. I guess we could do that. But it would be easier, candidly speaking, it'd be easier if we were able to say, we'll give you an extra night at Royal Hawaiian, Moana, Surfrider, Hilton Hawaiian Village, and Sheraton Waikiki, those properties. But what that would do is that would really narrow down the number of people that would be staying at those hotels who could take advantage of that offer. You know what I mean? So unless you're staying at those properties, you would have to stay at another property and then spend one night at that property, and that would not be worthwhile. So we'd either need to give you a cash voucher to extend your stay by one more night. And we would have to do that with people who have not actually booked their travel, because if you booked your travel and you have to stay another night, that's going to be a surcharge on your stay. So we would have to work that out somehow. Guys, hang on one second. I know that's annoying as hell. Nah, meal vouchers. I mean, we could do that. The meal vouchers are not that big of a deal. Those are easy. You guys would really like a meal voucher? Well, let's talk about that a second. Let's talk about that. So, how important would it be for you to get like a free luau for two, like a luau for two people, or a Circle Island tour for two people? Guys, before we do this, let me do this. I know that this is well, actually I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that now. I'm sorry, what was the yes for? So you guys would like to do a meal voucher? Really? Cassie Vegas, is that something you got from us? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. See, we can get I mean, obviously a $500 airline voucher is much more valuable than like a dinner coupon. But see, here's the actually I want to talk to you guys about the Aloha Club and some things that have been like advanced along the timeline since we last talked about it. But I'm like almost out of power. I need to either hook up into power or figure out what's going on with my charger. So, you know what? Even though there's 67 of you, let's stop this stream. I'm going to start it back up, let's say in 10 minutes. We're going to find out who the OGs are. So let's stop this stream, which I apologize for. We're going to start it back up we're going to start it back up only on Facebook. So if you're on YouTube, go over to Facebook. And I actually planned that to happen. Here comes the train. So we're going to stop this stream. We're going to start right back up on Facebook. Give me 10 minutes or less. And if you don't come back on, know that I hope you learned something. I hope you laughed a lot, which I know you did. And I appreciate every single solitary second, minute, hour you spent on these streams with me. It means a lot to me, and I hope you get something out of it. I really do appreciate it. Mahalo.